I never made it, but I know what it takes. I'm motivated by a mix of emotion. Got my statement, and I'm reading it slow so I can understand it fully. Appreciate my standing. Go.
Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Alright, so today you guys, this video will be about how to get a luminous finish, skin finish, okay? I received some private messages where people were just still kind of wanting me to go step by step on how I received such a beautiful, nice, glowy skin finish, okay? And I show these products in my videos. However, sometimes my accent and different things, people just don't understand me sometimes, or sometimes I just maybe speak too fast. But I'm gonna go through this step really slowly, and then I'm gonna put the product on my skin so you can see. Now, the first thing is always your moisturizers. You need to get, or you need to have some very, I would say, somewhat dewy moisturizers, or very good moisturizers. They can dry up. That's okay if the moisturizers dry up, as long as the moisture is replenished in the skin, in the pores. Then of course you're gonna have moisturized skin. So the skin needs to be moisturized. And I just did a review video on the Pond's Perfect Color Complex Beauty Cream for normal to dry skin. It's on my Shella Beauty Essence. I'll try to link that video over here. But yeah, this is really good if you want luminous finish, because it is basically a smooth glow beauty cream. So it smooths the skin and it produces a glow, or helps to produce a glow up on the skin. So this is really nice. So this is one of the products that I do use to begin with, okay? And then another one is the Bolero Hydrating Facial Gel Hydrator. Has watermelon and aloe. So that aloe is going to really soothe my skin. And the watermelon is just really good for the skin too. So you can look up those two products if you like. But I do use this product as well. So that's two products right there that I use before applying any makeup, okay? Another one is the Collab Pep Talk primer and skin booster. I love this. It smells like fresh lemons and grapefruit. It really awakens my senses in the morning. I just love the way it feels on my skin. It's hydrating, but yet it's a primer. So I'm basically putting on a primer that's also hydrating, okay? So with all these hydrating products, there is one that has a primer to keep my makeup on all day, okay? So these are the three products that I begin with. Now, I will be doing a review video on the Bolero Hydrating Facial Gel Hydrator with watermelon and aloe very soon. I'm going to do a review on every single one of these products. I've done the Pond's. Now I'm going to get to the Bolero product. And then lastly, I'll get to the Collab product. I'm going to do a review on all three because I've been using these nonstop. So y'all, that is what you begin with. A great moisturizer, something very smooth, very moisturizing or hydrating, and even luminous, like a luminous. An example of a product, in case you cannot find any of these products, you can use I think L'Oreal has some luminous like base products or primers, something like that, something that looks or something that is luminous or has a radiant to it. You can use a product like that, but don't forget to use a regular moisturizer as well, something that will get into those pores and really hydrate the skin. So yes, this is what you begin with, okay? And that's what I begin with in every single video, okay? No lie, every single video. Now, The Pond's Beauty Cream there is a product that you have to use with SPF. And I highly recommend this for any product that you use, any moisturizer, unless the moisturizer has SPF in it, okay? You should always use an SPF product of at least 15 or more. Now for me, I use a product that has at least SPF of 15 because the Pond's Beauty Cream recommends that. If you're out in the sun or you're out and about and it's hot outside, if you have that beauty cream on, you should have an SPF product on at least 15%, okay? So what I use is the Garnier Skin Active BB 5-in-1 Miracle Skin Protector. This is not only an SPF product, but this could be used as a foundation on its own. Also, it has some very good anti-aging products in it. So it has some moisturizing benefits too in there, something additional. So what I do is, as I speak about this product, I'm going to put it on. So I basically go ahead and get a little bit of it. And this is what I've been doing lately, you guys. I've just been dotting everything on like that. So remember, this has the SPF in it. So it's going to protect my skin. And also, this works as a base product for my foundation. So this base product has got some hydrating benefits. So it's also going to give me that great hydrated look, okay, at the end result, okay? Now, the next thing I normally do is I go in with a primer, and I forgot this step, okay? Sometimes I need a primer in the midsection of my face just because everything is going to be so hydrated that I don't want to look too moisty or too, I don't want to say moisty, but I don't want to look real greasy up in this area, okay? And sometimes it's good to use a primer such as the Neutrogena It Matters primer, or just any kind of mattifying primer you can put in the center of the face. Now, this is the YBF Perfect Prep Face Primer here. Looks like this, and I haven't used this in a while, so I'm going to grab just a little bit, and it comes out yellow like, but it is somewhat, it's like hydrating, but it's mattifying. So I'm just going to put just a little bit on. I feel like that's enough. And sometimes you may have to put more depending on how oily your skin may be before you even start your makeup routine. Sometimes we wake up and our skin is extremely oily. Okay, so we got that done, okay? So now what I like to do next is I like to use my contour stick because y'all know I love my bronzer. Always have from day one. Who doesn't? Who doesn't love a nice finish, a nice, beautiful, bronzy finish, okay? So this I use to add that bronze onto my skin. So I use the Maybelline Superstay, what's it called? Multi-use foundation stick. And I use mine in warm coconut, sorry. Okay, so I'm going to just add it where I want it. And just put it on however you like it, you know. I put it in the same areas as I would if I were putting this on after foundation. I just place it in the same area, but I just don't add as much because I want the luminous part to stick out more than the bronzer. All right, so there we go. We've got our bronzer on. We got our BB cream on. We got our mattifying primer on. So now we need to put on the foundation. Normally, I try to get with I try to use a Luminous like foundation because I'm going for a luminous finish. Something like, say, the Collab skin finish is a good one, okay? Something like the L'Oreal Lumi, okay, the True Match Lumi, something like that. Or the Neutrogena Healthy Skin Liquid Makeup. This is really hydrating and very nice coverage. Okay, just depends on you. Today, I'm going to use the NYX Bear With Me Tinted Skin Veil. I love this. This is hydrating, but not overly hydrating. It just has a lot of good benefits with it, okay? Let me tell you what it does. Because I'm putting on all these hydrating products, you guys, I'm going to need some coverage, okay? I mean, look at my skin. I'm going to need some coverage, something that's going to conceal and define and erase, you know, in a sense. So I've got to put something on that's going to do that because, in my opinion, with Luminous products, a lot of times you don't get a whole lot of coverage because it's Luminous. It's supposed to be more like skin, like a natural dewy, glowy finish. So a lot of times you have to go in with something that, or use something that does have more coverage. That's why I mentioned those 3 foundations. Those have really good amount of coverage, even though they are, in my opinion, Luminous foundations. But this one is good because this particular foundation has, or this particular foundation, or it's not a foundation, it's actually a tinted skin veil. This product provides fresh face look, evens out skin tone, provides seamless coverage, breathable, weightless formula, skin looks luminous, does not streak, provides up to 8-hour wear. Okay, I'm getting some coverage. So that's why I'm going to use this particular product because I want more coverage. So I'm going to do the same thing that I did with the BB cream. I'm just going to add some of this on and dot it onto my skin. And I like doing this because I get to do my makeup, my face makeup, all at one time. That's the reason why I do this. I used to never do this until, like I said, I seen an Instagram model do this and I thought, wow, I need to be doing that. It's just quicker, faster. Y'all, my tongue is sore right here on the side. I'm sorry. I bit my tongue and it's so sore. But anyways, it's just quicker and faster and easier to get done if you just like put everything on at one time and blend it out. So I probably got a good bit of product on, you guys, because I'm demonstrating this to you guys. Usually you probably will not need as much as this, but y'all understand where I'm coming from. So anyways, there's that right there. That is the NYX Bear With Me Tinted Skin Veil, okay? Looks like that. Okay, now I'm gonna need a concealer. Okay, now usually before I do my face, I've done my eyes, but because this is like a face tutorial or a face makeup look, I didn't do my eyes. And normally I would have went in or used the ELF 16-hour camo concealer in medium beige. That covers up all of the discoloration. It just smooths out my eyelids where it looks like I don't have any like issues going on my eyelids. You don't see discoloration. You don't see my veins. Like, it just smooths out everything. I'm going to do that after I do my face makeup so you can see just how beautiful this look really is, okay? Really luminous and very nice. So I'm going to do my eyes off camera. But I'm going to use a concealer underneath my eyes, and I will put it on with everything else. I'm going to use the Collab No Flaws Under Eye Concealer in Light Peach. This really does highlight. It gives me what I need. It doesn't get into my lines like some other products does. So I like it because it's brightening and it doesn't take a lot of this. And usually I do not use this much concealer, but because we're blending out everything, it's going to blend out wonderfully. So just put this on underneath the eyes. I have to look back over here in this mirror here. Okay. And make sure you get the inner corner up here, because that's where I have like a lot of issues right up in there. So I'm putting on more than what I usually would put on. But like I said, when I blend it out with all those Luminous products, it's going to thin out anyway. So, yeah. So I know that this looks crazy, but once I blend it all out, if some of you have seen some of my videos, then you know what it looks like all blended out. It's going to look beautiful and luminous and glowy and just healthy. Now, normally I use my YB brush, but I have not cleaned it yet. And I'm going to clean my brushes tonight. I'm going to try to anyways. But I'm just going to use a contour brush, something like this. And what I do is I just go in and I just blend out everything. Just blend everything. Now, I used to blend my foundations and things onto my eye. I don't do that after my eye injury, after I was abused. So I don't put like foundation on my eyes anymore. I basically just use my concealer as my base for my eyes. But at one time, I used to just, when I would rub in my foundation, I would just go over my eyes. And I really liked doing that. I thought it was really, really nice and really pretty. But I don't do that anymore. So if you're wondering why I don't do that and just get done in one full step, that's the reason, because of my eye injury. But anyways, now I just go in and I just dab this in. And when I get to the bronzer side, I get the rubbing it upward towards my ear area. Okay, I'm gonna have to turn this light over here. I know it's gonna look weird, but I got to see what I'm doing. So I basically like to do this in circular motions. Something about the circular motion, it just blends out everything so even. That is what I noticed the most, is that the circular motion type of blending, it just smooths out the product, because I got so much product on, you guys. Don't forget, I've got so much product on that I need to blend all of this out really good. So that's what I'm doing with the circular motions. And now I'm up here by my nose. My nose is getting contoured. Okay. Cut off the light now. My nose is getting contoured. And now I'm going to get underneath my eyes. And I'm using the same brush. I'm not changing brushes because all of those Luminous products is smoothing out that concealer just the way it needs to be smoothed out. Because I don't want the concealer really thick when I have a luminous finish going on. So just blending, smoothing out product is what I'm doing. Covering up areas, concealing areas, and just blending everything out. Now, when I get to my forehead area, I pretty much stay like like I don't do too much circular motions unless it's just right in this area where I feel like it really needs to be smoothed out. But on the edge, I sort of like the bronzer to stick out over there. So, yeah, it's what I do. And this brush sort of, I don't know, you have to be very careful if you use a brush like this because sometimes you can start to streak or your foundation will streak just a little bit. And that may be that new YBL primer that did that because it was mainly like right up in here. So usually I use the Neutrogena It Matters primer. So now this is the point where I look at it and I go, do I feel like I have enough highlight? Do I need to go back in to highlight? And usually I do, even though I use a small amount of the Maybelline Superstay multi-use foundation stick. Sometimes I still put too much compared to my neck and my chest area. So then what I do is I go back in with my concealer or either my foundation. A lot of times I just go back in with my foundation and I add a little bit on. And that is just like, I just put it right in the areas where I want to highlight. Like as if I'm putting concealer on. But you have to be careful about the concealer thing. You can actually overdo it with the concealer. But I will put a little concealer underneath my eyes again. And so that's what I'm going to do right now. Add the Collab concealer. Go back in with just a little bit. I don't want too much because it'll get into my lines. And yeah, y'all know what happens when concealer gets into the lines. It's just like not a good look. So, all right. So now blend this out again. I'm going to use the same brush, except I'm going to wipe it off, okay? Wipe some of the product off of this brush. Now, I'm going to smooth this or pat this in. Just like that. Just pat it in. Okay. Go ahead and blend my concealer. My nose. Just blending every area. Then we're going to smooth out everything, okay? Just basically getting everything on. Smoothing it out. Now I like that. The only thing that I'm missing now is my bronzer. Now, sometimes I have to go back and do all of this back over so I get it exactly the way I want it. Now, I like for my cheeks to be bronzed from this point back up towards my ear. So I'm going to add just a little bronzer there, a little bit there. And the same brush, I'm going to wipe it off, wipe that foundation off, clean the brush, or you can add different brushes. If you want to get out 3 or 4 foundation brushes, you can, okay? But now I'm just going to blend the bronzer from my ear area up towards this portion of my cheeks. Because I love bronzer as my blush, most of the time. Okay, another thing I noticed is I need some more bronzer up here because the foundation just took it off, and on my nose for contour. And I'd rather go step by step than to, like I said, when I first put it on, it was like too much. And I had to go back in and even out everything. Now, but if I'm in a rush, that would have worked. I'm gonna be honest with you. I wouldn't have went back in and did anything. I would have went out. I would have sat there and went out, okay? But this is a video, so I'm just showing you what you can do when you get to the parts. Like if you feel like you need a little more highlight or a little bit more bronzer, whatever. So now I'm using this. It's really an eyeshadow brush, but I think it's wonderful as a contour brush. So I'm basically contouring my nose. Just like that. Now it doesn't look neat right now, but it will, because now it's time for powder, like to set my under eyes, etc. So my number one powders. Oh y'all, I'm sorry. Grabbing my products and it's just like everything's falling all over the place. So now it's time to set the powders and all. So now my number one setting powder, not only for my under eyes, but all over the face. But when I want something luminous, I don't use this. I rather use the Rimmel Lasting Finish Breathable foundation when I want my skin to remain luminous. But for my under eyes, I do like to highlight even on my nose area, in the center of my forehead. Y'all know the places that we normally highlight. I like to use the Neutrogena Mineral Shears Loose Powder Foundation. I haven't used this yet as a pure foundation yet. I use it to set my under eyes and things like that. Okay, I really haven't used it as a foundation, but I'm eager to try it. Okay, so now before my under eyes here get the creasing, and I can tell that this concealer is trying to crease on me because I didn't set it right away. It doesn't crease too fast, but it will eventually crease. I'm going to set my under eyes and go ahead and fix my nose contour. Just like that. All right. Come up closer to the bronzer line and underneath the eyes. Just like that. Do the same thing over here on the other side. Forehead area now. Just highlighting. Because even though I'm wanting a luminous look, I also like to see my face sculptured or just defined. My nose. I just, Yeah, I just sweep it across, okay? Because I'm going back in with bronzer anyway. All right. Okay, that's all of the powder I'm going to use as far as setting my face. And y'all will see this very clear here in a little bit, okay? I know you can't see it. This is what it's looking like right now. Okay, but I know. it's late. I'm sorry. I got to get up, y'all. I got to get up so y'all can see this very good. Okay, the next thing I do that really highlights all of these areas is the Marc Jacobs powder. It's not a new one, but hey, I love this powder. It's like a highlighting powder, but I like it to set my under eyes and all that good stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna grab some of this powder, and this helps out with wrinkles and it brightens. So that's another reason why I like it so much. My eye wrinkles doesn't pop out too much with this product. Just setting all the areas where I highlighted with the Neutrogena powder. Sometimes I do my forehead and sometimes I don't. But that is pretty darn good for me, okay? So the next thing I do is I go ahead and grab my bronzer. Now the bronzer that I love is my Wet n Wild Color Icon bronzer in What Shady Beaches. I love this bronzer. It's shiny. It's beautiful. As you can tell, I love it. I've already hit pan. Like this bronzer is the you know what. I love it, okay? So I'm going to go in and grab some, and I'm going to go in here like I do this. Yeah. I love it that much. So now it's time to bronze up. And the stick bronzer, this will stick out even more with the stick bronzer. Of course, we know that. And I do come up closer to my nose area because a lot of times I do not put on blush, as you probably already know. I like bronzer for my blush. That's just what I've been loving for years. It hasn't changed. And then I bronze underneath. Now remember, this is a bronzer and then I just drag it on down sometimes. Now this is a bronzer that has a shine to it, not glitter, just the shine. So if you're going to keep that luminous look going, you need to find a bronzer that has a shine to it, or use a matte bronzer and then add something that's a little I don't want to say shimmery, but a little something that will give it a little shine, okay? But I'm telling you, if you're looking for a matte bronzer, but it has a shine to it, so it's not completely matte, this is the one. This is the Wet n Wild Color Icon bronzer in What Shady Beaches, okay? So this is just beautiful. It's one of the best bronzers in 2020 so far. Thank you. Thank you, Wet n Wild. If I can say it my tongue. But thank you, Wet n Wild. I love this bronzer. And so, yeah, there we go. Now I just need to do my nose, okay? That's all I need to do now. My nose area. And I just basically take the same brush that I use with the foundation stick by Maybelline. And I just go right back on top of those lines and just define my nose a little more. Because y'all know I'm all about bronzing, contouring my nose and my face. Everything. Contour. Bronze. Okay. All right. So that is pretty much good enough. And then what I do is I take my powder and I just clean it up. After I put it on, sometimes I put way too much on and it's like, Sheila, okay. So then I know I've got to go back in and clean it up just a little bit. So I just grab my setting powder brush and just go across this area. Usually this area here just like cleans up the bronzer. And then sometimes I have to go over the lines like that a couple times. And that does it. Just like that. Okay? Alright, so now you guys, usually at this point I put on my setting powder. And my setting powder I usually use, like I told y'all, is the Rimmel Lasting Finish Breathable Finishing Powder. I have one in Ivory, one in Dawn. Reason why I have one in Ivory and Dawn. Dawn is one that I could use as a light bronzer or when I want that bronzy, beautiful look. Ivory is one when I want to mix both of them together to get my natural complexion. So that's what I'm going to do tonight. So I'm going to mix Ivory with Dawn to get my natural color. That way everything will be, you know, my skin complexion will be showing as well as this beautiful bronze will be showing. So we're going to mix both of them together. Just like that. And I just go across it real lightly. My face, just like this. I try not to like really like rub it in. I'm just mattifying some of this oil. I don't want to say oil, but Luminous finish. So it's not too oily, but enough shine. Not oily, but shine. That's what I want. I don't want it oily. I want it to shine. Okay? All right. So now we've got the face basically done. Okay? Only thing I'm going to touch up on, and I'll be honest with you, is I'm going to touch up on my nose contour, because a lot of times I don't never get my nose contour right on camera. I always have to go back and just like redo it. I don't know what it is. I've been doing it for years. Look like I can't get it right. Every once in a while I do, but a lot of times I don't. So I like to see a little bit of lines, just a little bit. Some people do not, but for me, if I don't see just a little bit of the lines, I feel like it's not gonna show that it's been contoured. That's just me, okay? Could just be, like I said, a me thing. But yeah. And then I just go back in and sort of straighten out the lines again, without taking away from the lines or erasing the lines, okay? So now we've got the bronzer on. I'm looking bronzy. I'm looking luminous. So I'm going to cut off the light. Maybe y'all can see it. What's going on with this light tonight? Okay. Can y'all see it? Is it better that way? I think I know what it is. Y'all, I don't got my settings right. Y'all bear with me. Okay. No, not the blue light. That is it right there, I think. Let's see, which one? That one or that one? That one. Okay, I'm gonna go with this one. The light was too bright over there, okay? Y'all could not see it. Actually, I like to use the natural lighting. I'm trying to find it. The one that looks... There we go. That's the one I usually use. And it's like natural color. Now, you can see the bronziness and all that going on. So, yes, you guys. So now you see the bronziness. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish my eyes off camera, do my brows, do my lipstick, and come back with the finished look. Now you know the steps. Now you saw how I get the luminous glowy finish on my face. And you can see the shine on my face. Like, look at that. Even the bronzer is shining. Like, I didn't lose anything. And I did powder. It's just you cannot like pack on the powder like poof, 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 poof. You know, you just dab it on certain areas that you know where you're going to get greasy. Okay, so now this is the look. This is like, for real, this is the face look, okay? So now let me get my eyes going on and then I will be back, okay, to finish this video, okay? All right, stay tuned. Okay, you guys, this is the finished result. I finished my eyes, and so this is the finished result. As you can tell, you can still see the luminous shine on my face. You can still see the glow. It's so amazing. That Pond's Beauty cream, you guys, please check out my video. I'll try to post the link in the description box because I give a lot of details coming from the website ponds.com, as well as information on the back of the bottle here. But y'all, this works, the cream works into the epidermis. It gets into the epidermis, which is the skin, and it just produces this glow. No matter how much makeup you put on, you guys, this is what I feel, because I've got on makeup, and you know, no matter how much makeup you put on, you're gonna have this glow, this beautiful shine, and I absolutely love it because my skin looks healthy. It looks youthful, it looks glowy, and that's what I'm into. So this is the look, you guys. Okay, just for you to take a look at this beautiful luminous finish, skin finish here. Very luminous, right? Very luminous. Now, once again, let's go over the products real quick. I know y'all probably said we already heard the products, but the products is very important. That's how I get the results that I receive, is through the products that I use, okay? So, once again, the Pond's Beauty Cream, the Bolero Hydrating Hydrator with watermelon and aloe, and then the Collab Pep Talk and Skin Booster. I use all three of those as my moisturizers to start out. Of course, I clean my face first, and then I put on all three of those products. Then remember, I do go in with the Garnier Skin Active BB 5-in-1 Miracle Skin Protector. This right here. This has SPF of 15. And don't forget, if you do decide to pick up this Pond's Perfect Color Complex Beauty Cream here, if you decide to pick up this, make sure you do get an SPF product of at least 15 so that this doesn't interact with the so it won't irritate your skin when you go outside. So yeah, I mean, there's more information about it. Like I said, I will try to link that video in the description box. But yeah, you guys, I use this as my SPF product and as a base for my foundation. However, you can use this alone as foundation. You don't have to put on any additional product, okay? Just saying. This could be your foundation, your SPF, your base, everything, okay? You can use just this product alone. But however, I use it as a base. Sometimes I use it alone. It just depends on my schedule and what I have to do for the day. You know, it depends on if I'm going to use that as a base or just use it as a foundation. Remember, as my foundation, or the product that I use for my foundation, the product that I use for my foundation is the NYX Bear With Me Tinted Skin Veil. I love this. This looks so natural. My skin looks very natural, although it's bronzy, it's highlighted. It just, I don't know, this is just a lovely product. I love this product. It looks good alone without makeup, and it looks even better with makeup. So this is my foundation. I love it. It's nice, feels good on the skin. It's light. That's what I love. That's what I want. It's light coverage, not full coverage or really matte products. That's not what I'm into right now. So that works for me. As far as the contour stick, I use the Maybelline Super Stay multi-use foundation stick. I have mine in warm coconut. I love this because it just goes with me, okay? I just put some on, as y'all saw, blended it out with all of the BB creams, the Bear With Me foundation, the concealer, and it just works so good. So I really like this product, and it blends out so easy. It's not so matte that you can't move it. Like, it's just right for what I like to do right now. All right, the concealer is the Collab No Flaws concealer. This is in light peach. I like this because you know what peach does for the under eyes. It does conceal dark circles and things like that. So this works out really well, and it doesn't get into my creases. I'll come up closer. It really doesn't get into my creases. However, I do use that Marc Jacobs powder, but for me, that is pretty darn good. Like, yeah, my lines is not like all crazy underneath my eyes. So I am good with that. Okay, you know, for eyelid prep, or for, you know, what I use for a primer to put on my eyeshadows, the primer that I use is the ELF 16-hour Camo Concealer in medium beige. It's the perfect eyelid primer, okay? The best so far of 2020, okay? That's just my opinion, and that's what I'm gonna stick to. Very good concealer, okay? Thank you, ELF. Thank you. Okay, for eyeshadows, I use the Neutrogena eyeshadow in Desert Rose, I believe. This is so shimmery. As you can tell, my eyelids is like as shiny as my highlighter, but it is a nice neutral color to use every day. I do like it. It's something that I can just easily put on, and it looks good alone, and it's just a beautiful neutral, like natural shimmery shade. So yeah, that's what I have on my lids. I also have a few more things now. I did go back in, or I did use my Cover Fix palette here. And I went in and I used this shade here, which is the bronzer or the contour shade over here in the corner of my eyes and into the crease, like blending that out, okay? And then on my cheeks, I did go over my cheeks with the blush shade and the finishing powder. Those two are on my cheeks to give me a little color, a little more bronziness to this bronzy look, okay? And then in the center of my eyes, I did use the brightener and the highlighter shade right there, those two. Right there, just to put in the center of the eyelid, just give more highlight. See that highlight? You see that little sheen, extra sheen? That's what I used, okay? And then I did use my favorite, one of my favorite palettes of, really it's of 2019. This palette came out at the, I think it was it November of last year or September? Something like that. But this is the Lorac Luxe Diamond Palette. I love this palette, y'all. Nobody talks about it. Nobody uses it, but I do. I love this palette. So convenient. The shadows is very, very pigmented. I use this shade called Extravagant, which is like this brown green kind of, it's like a, what you call those colors, sort of graphic like colors. It's got many colors, like many colors in one. You see brown, you see black, you see green, you see a little blue. Yeah, that color there is on my lids. Then in the inner corners, I used the shade called Rich right there. And then on my bottom lash line, I did use the shade Exclusive, which is this one here. And then in my inner corner, just to brighten up that copper shade that I have going on in the inner corner, I did use the diamond shade, which is called Radiant right there. It is so, y'all look at this. It's so beautiful. Look at that, how it shines. It is so beautiful. So that is what I used from this palette. Now, you guys, I have told you everything that I use. I showed you how I get the Luminous finish or the Luminous face makeup finish, okay? I just use my BB creams. I use a tinted skin veil. I used a bronzer. I used a concealer, but most of all, it's all in those moisturizers, a good bit. The moisturizers and that's Garnier Skin Active BB 5-in-1 Miracle Protector. It's all in that. That's what I think that is giving me this beautiful, beautiful shine. Because that Pond's Beauty Cream gets into the skin, into the epidermis, and it just gives that B3, okay? It has B3 in it. It puts it into the skin and you get this beautiful radiant glow, okay? And it lasts as long as you have it on your face. Now, when you remove it in the evening, okay, but like when you put it back on in the morning, you get this beautiful glow. Yes, I do have on highlighter, but without highlighter, y'all still saw the glow because I showed you before I actually finished the rest of my makeup, which is my eye makeup and all of that. So yeah, you guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful for some of you that wanted me to go step by step on how I get this luminous finish, this luminous makeup finish. And that's how I do it. And I see myself like, y'all, this is so pretty. I see myself like fixing my face like this for my wedding. Like I want to look like, I want this glow from within to just shine. And I just love it. It's so pretty. Look at my cheeks. Every which way I turn, it's like I'm shining. Shining star. But yeah, this is what I want on like my wedding day. I want to look, you know, radiant and shiny. And I don't want to look oily though, but I want to look radiant and shiny. And this is what I want, okay? Hint, hint, okay? This is what I want. This is similar to what I want. A shiny, nice glow. And Yeah. So you guys, I'm gonna let y'all go. Y'all have a wonderful day. Please come back for more videos. And yeah, you guys, you know what to do. If you like this video, please like. If you like me, subscribe. If not, okay, that's fine with me. But anyways, come back for more videos. I'll see y'all. Bye-bye.